Hey folks, welcome back to Wrenching with Grandpa. Trying to get the old girl to fire off here. Got thinking about it, and my God, it's been a long time since we fired her up. And so, gotta keep her lubricated, make sure that carburetor doesn't dry out any more than it is. So let's give it another shot, see if we can't get her going, and after that we'll get into what I'm here for. Thanks for being here. Let's try this out. as you can see, she's still running pretty dang good, considering this is her first startup in probably about 5 or 6 weeks. Real sweet little 318 two-barrel. If you follow me on Facebook or anything, came across a deal today that might work out to do something different here. We'll see how that works out. If it does, this could turn into something really, really awesome. All I will say is there'll be a little more stuff in here, but we'll see how that works out. Boy, she sounds sweet, doesn't she? Yeah, love her. Love you, girl. I'm going to let her run for a minute just because she hadn't been running in a while. In the meantime, if you could hear me, the saga goes on with restoration of the brakes, and honestly now it's become a suspension as well. So let's get into that. God, I'm ready to get this whole girl on the road. What a girl. Love you, girl. We're getting you there. So, in dealing with everything else, came in here and started working on getting this hub rebuilt and the studs back to a normal right thread instead of the factory left thread. Really? And trying to get everything cleaned up here so I can do some restoration on it, you know, rust preventative, and I've got the new slave cylinder for it. But in getting all this going, and you may have noticed this from the last video, this upper ball joint is like trashed. I mean, open hole, no threading for a Zerk, and you look down in there and it looks like the Carlsbad Caverns. I've tried to put some PB Blaster down there just to what the hell. And then I go up here and I try to adjust my lighting so we can all see this. Those are pretty well toast. Yeah, on both sides. Well, now, I'm going to say this right now, and this is all just, based on I live in the moment and what's in the bank. I know I'm going to have to get rid of these, and right now I've got some major stuff to do here, so I'm probably going to see about off camera going ahead and jerking these front shocks off because they are shot. They're not shocks, they're just shot. So we'll get rid of those so they'll be out of the way. But at this point, especially considering if you've been following along, there may be a possible engine upgrade in the future. So I've got to consider what it's going to take to rebuild this versus going to something a little more modern and higher performance level to accommodate for the change in overall engine performance. But, you know, that's to come. Just trying to get this thing cleaned up. Like I said, everything down here is just kind of a mess. I don't know if I can even get you back here, but you look at that lower ball joint. Now it has a grease zerk in it, and just for the grins and giggles, I'm going to see if I can't get that dealt with some grease. But as you can see, this thing has got a lot of years on it, and like I said in the very beginning, there's a lot of janitorial in a restoration. Lots of cleaning, lots of getting all the old history or trash or junk or rust and everything else off these girls. So that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, I wish I had a big shop and 2 or 3 guys that could work on this, but you know, I work on it when I can. But we're getting there, and I appreciate all of you tuning in. We're going to continue to get this tore down, get it ready for rebuild. We've got the hub, the drum, the brakes, everything for that. We do have to do some restoration on the brakes. The brakes that came off of this are like brand new, but they've just been sitting for so long, they've gotten kind of, so we're going to get those cleaned up, lubricated, and make sure they're all good so that we can use them up here and save Grandpa a few bucks on having to buy more parts. So let's move on. Hello. Still got to get this axle out. That'll be coming up real soon. Of course, honestly, I'm probably going to go ahead and disassemble all of what I already did to get this put back together, but it's not complete, so it's not a big deal. But we're going to pull this axle so we can put the new righty studs in there. And like I said, depending upon what happens up there, that's going to affect what happens down under here, which eventually may affect what is going on here. Right now we're running a 7 1/4 with a 273 3-speed automatic and a 318 V8 2-barrel. She's a great little setup, guys. Now I'm blessed to have her. And she, well, you've heard, I mean, she needs a little tuning out and one thing and another, but I mean, my God, she's a, what? It's, the engine, as far as I know, is out of a 73 Chrysler product, so she's almost 50 years old, but she seems to have great compression. She sounds bad as hell. And so, and the transmission, when I did get to drive it before I started tearing it apart, did shift smoothly. No issues there. No noise from the rear end. So I'm kind of at that, where do we keep moving forward? Of course, we're continuing to work forward with body and interior restoration, chrome restoration. I mean, restoring everything as time and inclination brings us to it. But we may have some opportunities to upgrade a little bit, and with your support, sharing, commenting, and if we can get the subscribership and views up on this little old guy's channel, we might be able to get to a point to where we can get a little bit of sponsorship maybe to help with some of the potential upgrades. Listen, guys, I appreciate you watching. It's Labor Day weekend. Ran up to the Tennessee mountains for a couple of days. Did the mountain drive, which in a Tacoma with your wife. It's not the sports car experience, but we went up for a family event, had a wonderful time. Hope you all have a safe and wonderful Labor Day weekend. Here in the Southeast, we've been pretty much in rain in and off the whole weekend. But you know what? It's not 100 or 90 or 80 degrees. I think right now it's like 72 degrees. And I can live with this over the sun and Arizona weather. Y'all be good. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you enjoy. Please consider subscribing if you aren't, because your subscriptions, comments, and interaction with me help get this thing dealt with. See you next time. Bye-bye.